Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? What a great day it is. Yes, it's true. The first medical marijuana ETF of its kind opened up today in Toronto, Canada on the Toronto Stock Exchange. We told you guys first, under the symbol HMMJ. We broke it first, people. Live on YouTube. It opened up today at $10.11 and whoop, right up to $10.50. Then it came back down. And it's kind of come back up a little bit. It's up 1.6%. We're conservative in Canada. We're conservative. We're not bad people. You know, we live in igloos. And we're conservative. So, I expect it to go up. I just don't think it's going to go up right away. I expect it to definitely do well on 420, which is 15 days away. And it's interesting because a lot of the companies that are in this ETF are also up today. So I believe this ETF is going to be a very good thing for medical marijuana stocks. And I'm going to get into all the stocks and all the companies that are part of this ETF. It's a very exciting time. It's a very exciting day. And if you're in America and you can't buy this ETF, I'm going to show you how I think you might be able to buy it, under which symbol. So I really want to use the show today as an opportunity to explain what's going on in the marijuana industry, why this is so important and why this is so exciting and what this really means. Because what has happened here, I mean, we need some music for this, I think, because this is just... This is historic, to be quite frank. It's historic. They've taken 60 of the biggest and the best medical marijuana stocks and put them into one. So it's like buying a mutual fund for marijuana. And it's traded 2 million shares today at $10.27. And it's done 4,102 trades. So, this is a very exciting time. And I have all 16 companies. And most of them, if not all of them, are up today. So this is exciting, guys. This is huge news for marijuana lovers. Massive news for anybody that wants to get into the medical marijuana space, but doesn't want to get into the production of marijuana or the distribution of marijuana. Because obviously there's a lot of work that gets involved in that business. It's not just like printing money or anything. But it does grow on trees, apparently. It's true. They always said it doesn't grow on trees, but apparently it does. Look. What a great day for Canada. I am proud to be Canadian today. The first medical marijuana ETF of its kind in Toronto, Canada, home of the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Toronto Raptors, the Toronto FC, home of Drake, home of Justin Bieber. Well, he's a little bit outside of Toronto, but we still say he's from Toronto because he's a huge success. Home of yours truly. And now home of the Horizon. I love the name. Horizon's Medical Marijuana Life Science. Wow. That's a tongue full, isn't it? So, this comes out today. It's immediately up. Obviously, a lot of the stocks that are involved in this are up. Do you guys want to know which ones are involved? All right. Let's start from the top. Let's start with stock number 1. Stock number 1 in HMMJ is none other than... who could it be? ACBFF. ACB in Canada. Aurora Cannabis. And it's in the green, up 2%. Look familiar? At $1.97, this is a steal, people. This company is a monster. You heard it here first. I've been talking about it every day. It's part of the medical marijuana ETF. So if you couldn't get into the ETF, but you want a piece of the pie, you can still buy one of these stocks that's a part of the ETF. And I believe that all 16 of these companies are going to be big winners. Not just in the short term, but in the long term as well. What do you think about ACBFF? Do you think it's a winner? I think it's a winner. What do you guys think? I love me my winners. ACBFF. That's the first one. And what's number 2? Let me show you. INSY. Yes, it's true. INSY, a NASDAQ stock in the ETF. And believe it or not, look at the price. It's almost identical to the ETF price. Weird. At $10.26, INSY. INSYS Therapeutics. We weren't dating before, but guess what? We're dating now. I'm telling you guys, I'm buying all 16 of these companies. It's like a get your popcorn ready moment. My goodness, I'm excited. I haven't been this excited in a very, very long time. This is unbelievable. This is unprecedented. Wow. Would you like to know who's next? Of course you would. And who would have that information first? Live on YouTube, the greatest streaming platform on the planet. It's true. Rich from Rich TV Live is bringing you this information first. Now, unless you're a part of our community, because then you would have had this information yesterday. Because that's where we share information in real time every single day. And if you don't got the app, well, let me tell you something. You better go to richtvlive.com right now and download that app. Get you some Rich TV Live. Get you some information in real time before anybody else on the planet. Wouldn't you have liked to know all of these stocks that are up today? Wouldn't you like to know yesterday? Because that's what we were talking about yesterday. Like yesterday, like in the past. So you could have been ready with all your bullets, ready to sniper. Would you like to know the next one? There are 14 more winners. And you know what happens when we find winners. I know. A lot of winners leads up to... You guys can already finish my sentences. Chicken dinners, people! Winner, winner, chicken dinner. We already know this. We've been through it before, okay? But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you another winner. Because believe it or not, there are more winners. And who called it first? We did. And that's all we do here, is call the winners. APHQF, one that I've told you before, Aphira Inc. Up 4.5% in the ETF. The number 3 deal in the ETF that also is in the green. Green stocks, medical marijuana, up in the green. Marijuana is green. That's a lot of green, people. That's a lot of money being made. Who's watching? Who the heck is watching? Because if you're watching, you're winning. It's true. All we do is bring you winners. I don't waste your time with garbage. I don't waste your time with garbage deals. I want to focus on the winners. And believe it or not, there are a lot of winners. The question is, could I possibly have the fourth company in the ETF ready at the fingertips? These magical fingertips? The magical marijuana fingertips of winning? Could I possibly have another winner? Could I possibly, here live on YouTube before anybody else on the planet, could it possibly be true? Well, this one is, it's got chicken dinner written all over it. And yes, it's true. It too is in the green. Scott's Miracle Grow. Now it's a big boy and $92. But we don't care what price they are. We just care about winning. And you think ETF didn't affect SMG? Everybody involved in the ETF today is being affected in a negative way? No, a positive way, people. This is winning. This was predicted by our community. Predicted by yours truly. Predicted by Angel. Brought to us first by Epi. People within our community. You guys are scholars. You guys are winning. What do we do when we find winners, people? Hold on. Wait. I don't want you guys driving off the road. I don't want you guys crashing. So I suggest you guys mute your microphone, because this could get loud. I know. Okay. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Believe it or not, we've got a lot of winners, and the winning is contagious. And what's happening is we are creating a community of winners. And the winning is contagious. We just cannot help ourselves. We have to continue to win. And we're on top of this stuff before anybody else on the planet. And it feels really good. It does. It feels great. Now, would you like to know who else might be a part of this winning combination of 16 medical marijuana companies that have been pooled together to win? Would you like to know? Could I possibly have another winner in my fingertips? I love the symbol in Canada. It's just amazing. Could you get a better symbol than WEED? W-E-E-D. Canopy Growth Corp. WEED. W-E-E-D. Creating a buying opportunity at $10 on the TSX, the Toronto Stock Exchange. We're conservative in Canada, people. Conservative. The ETF affected this very positively. It went all the way up to 1030. And then the haters had to eat. Had to short it. Had to sell it. Had to take the money and run. Now, what's that symbol in America, you ask? Well, TWMJF. Canopy Growth Corp in America. TWMJF, creating a buying opportunity, down 1.1% at $7.43. ETF came in. Great news, right? Maybe not so much. Those shorters got a hold of it. It's okay, people. I am not afraid. There are more winners that are part of this group, and that one, Canopy Growth Corp, is the LeBron James of medical marijuana stocks. It is the leader. It is the pioneer. Now, I've given you the Fab Five so far. There are 11 more. Can you believe it? Who could possibly be a part of this? I mean, who? Who else could be a part of it? This one's a big boy. Are you ready for it? I don't know. I know you guys don't like to buy the big ones. You like to buy the really small, ugly ones. This one is the Michael Jordan of medical marijuana stocks. It's true. Are you ready? MJ. Meet MJ, everybody. GW Pharma. GWPH. A $118 stock on the NASDAQ. That's down a little bit today. Went up and then came down. But GWPH, being a part of this ETF, is monstrous. You've got Michael Jordan and LeBron James playing together on the same team now, people. This is magic stuff happening. You got Scott's Miracle Grow in there at $92. You got some big players from a lot of different industries all coming together into one ETF that you can buy. I'm going to show you how. Now, would you like to know who else could possibly be a part of this winning team, this winning combination that you could purchase? It's a big one. Not like GW Pharma. But if it's not LeBron James, we might have to call this one at $20 and up 2.7% today. We probably want to call this one Steph Curry? Reigning MVP? Could it be? ZYNE is part of the ETF as well. Do you guys see the powerful companies that are part of this ETF? I'm going to buy them all. Why not? I love them all. And it's up 2.7%. You think this ETF didn't affect ZYNE? Zynerba Pharmaceuticals. It's a winner. When medical marijuana and pharmaceuticals collide, you create the most powerful ETF in the universe. HMMJ. It's true. And I've only given you guys the Fab 7 out of the fabulous 16. Would you like to know who else is part of it? I know we're like running out of time. It's Wednesday, hump day. I'm sending you guys videos from the Dominican Republic. We got a lot of things going on today, people. But it's okay. It's Rich TV Live. What else are we going to do? What are you doing out there? Get off your couch. Go to richtvlive.com. Download the app for iPhone. Get it for your Android device at Google Play. All absolutely free on Rich TV Live. We don't even want your money. But we're bringing you winners every single day in advance. We are predicting the future, people. Our community is sharp. They're intelligent. They're winners. And yeah, we're not perfect. We may not win every time. We are human. We do bleed. We have red blood. It's true. But when you bring a community together and we can all share ideas and we can all say why we like a stock or why we don't, I believe it gives us more insight and it gives us a better chance of winning. And did you know that we are the only online community of our kind on the planet? Did you know that we are able to share real time faster and better than anybody else on the planet? And did you know that others are trying to follow in our footsteps? But the thing they don't understand is when they're trying to copy us to get our app, we've already got the app. We're already now thinking about the next world, the virtual world. So while you try to catch up and get an app, we're going to have 5 apps. And when you try to have your one app, and we've got our 5, we're going to be in virtual reality land. And then when you try to follow us in virtual reality land, we're going to be in the next land far, far away, where no man's gone before. It's true. Like literally, who else was calling this ETF I like to know. Because I haven't seen anybody else talk about this ETF anywhere else in the universe. Live. For you, the people, to see, to watch, to enjoy, to consume, to learn, to profit. Sure, there's a lot of communities out there. How many communities are bringing you guys this information first? I mean, it's pretty spectacular stuff. I literally have friends that have joined our app, bought HMMJ, and we're just super excited this morning to be winning. Just like that. Look at that. I can almost snap my fingers. My hand is healing. The tools of the gods are colliding. Would you like to know who else could possibly be a part of this winning team? Who could be? I like this one. This is one of my favorites. And it's already made me money. And I'm going to have to buy it again because I know it's going to make me way more. I love this company. You know who I'm talking about. It's a group. I'm going to give you a hint. It's a group. Can somebody in the chat room finish my sentence? It's a group. Who can finish my sentence? I want to see who's watching. Who can finish my sentence, people? It's a group. Who could be this group? The group. The group. The Epi. Give a shout out to Epi. You are a scholar, my friend. Let's pull it up. PRMCF in America. MJN in Canada. And look at the Chronos Group, people. Up 5.3%. Is that yet another winner? And what do we do when we find winners, people? We give recognition. Where recognition is due. That's right, people. Winning. Oh yeah, what a beautiful sound of winning. Let's look at the Canadian side. MJN. Let's take a look at the Canadian side, the Chronos Group. Right at $2.95. That's winning. I love winning. Do you love winning? Because if you want to win, you got to join Rich TV Live. We want you to win with us, people. We want you to join our community. We want you to win with us live on YouTube every single day. Absolutely free. Winning's fun, isn't it, people? It's true. It's a lot better than the alternative. Now, I've given you guys the fabulous 8. We're halfway through, and we've already been talking for 23 minutes. My goodness. We have been talking for 24 minutes now about the new ETF. So what I'm going to do now, since we're halfway through, it's like a party. I mean, I think we got to get our popcorn ready. What do you guys think? I mean, this is historic stuff. Yeah, I got to get the popcorn. You know, I'm going to leave it on Chronos Group. I'll get the popcorn. You guys just chill. All right? Actually, you know what? While I get some popcorn, you know what I'll do? I'm going to show you guys a little video of my boy in the DR right now. He's in the Dominican Republic, and he's hungry. He needs some lunch, right? So my boy's in the DR. He's in the Dominican Republic. He needs some lunch. So he's going to show you, give you a little tip, a little secret. If you ever go to the Dominican Republic, if you're in Sosua, if you're at Bailey's, and you want to get yourself some food, he's going to show you guys how to do it right. All right.
Reporting live.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, guys. Here I am. Back
I'll
in
get my
hotel
popcorn.
room. Reporting live on Rich TV. This is my lunch. Just came back from Bailey's restaurant. and the restaurant has a Dominican side, a little cheaper for the people. It's a cafeteria style. A lot of tourists don't even know about it, so it's a nice little hidden gem. So what I have here, some fried chicken with some rice and sauce with some carrots and things like that on top of the rice. Then I got some lasagna. The lasagna is fantastic, tastes bomb. And then in this little container is a little bean sauce mixed thing that goes over the rice. In Spanish, we call it habichuela. It's pretty darn delicious. So this is my lunch. As promised, guys, so I'm going to show you. This cost me about 300 pesos, roughly about $6 Canadian. And this will probably last me almost like all day. So right now the Canadian exchange rate's at about 33, so pretty shitty. In the US is 46 to 46.5, which is way more fantastic. So anyhow, thanks for having lunch with me, guys, live on Rich TV. You guys need to subscribe, man. I'm going to be making some more videos tonight on dinner. Planning to go to a Chinese restaurant in Cabarete called Chino's. And then follow up with some nightly entertainment.
Nightly entertainment.
All right, guys, I'm out.
Who else is bringing you guys nightly entertainment live from the Dominican Republic? Like, seriously, guys, we are the best. Let's be honest. Nobody else has the content that we have. Nobody can compete with Rich TV Live. We have people all over the world working with Rich TV Live. It's true. We are going to be live later on tonight, and we're going to show you guys live entertainment from the Dominican Republic. Okay? So, you got to work hard. You got to win, and you got to play hard. I also want to show you guys a winner that I called yesterday in advance. But it wasn't even me. It was you, the people. You guys called this in the app. And you said, Rich, we got a breakout of INNL. And guess what we did? We put out a breakout alert. Our first ever breakout alert. Brought to me by you, the people. Let's listen in. Actually, can you guys hear the popcorn? Are you guys getting your popcorn ready? I'm getting my popcorn ready. Are you getting your popcorn ready? I love the sound of popcorn. It's so similar to the sound of stocks when they're popping. Popcorn, stocks popping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get that popcorn. You'll probably hear it beep soon. And while I do that, I'm going to show you guys the alert that we put out yesterday that was brought to me, brought to you, by you, the people, the community, the beautiful, intelligent, sharp community on Rich TV Live that has grown in the last 3 months and exploded. Brought this alert, which is up again today, guys. Over 20%. I know, it's true. We brought it to you first before anybody else on the planet. I gotta get some popcorn. In the meantime, watch the video evidence. All right, guys, we're on full alert right now. There's a breakout alert right now. This is the first of many breakout alerts that we're going to start doing. This stock, INNL, is on full breakout alert. It's at $1.82. It's up 42%, and you can see the way it has exploded. Look at it, guys. Look at the explosion here. Look at the explosion right up. See that? The chart? Look at the trades. They're coming in very quickly. It's exploding. INNL. Put it on full alert. Put it on your watch list. It is on fire. Such
and
a
it is
good show.
exploding as we speak. Brought to you, brought to me by one of our subscribers, David Coggins. You are a scholar, my friend. Bringing this alert to the world
good
first.
Popcorn.
Live on YouTube on Rich TV Live.
My
Make sure
goodness.
you guys like and comment on the video down below.
My goodness.
And remember,
All we do is bring you winners.
We can't help it. All we do is bring you guys winners, and we're going to continue to because it's in our blood. All we do is win. We do not know how to lose, people. Now, I know you want to know, how do you get into the ETF if you're in America? Here it is, guys. Here's the answer. The ETF, the Horizon Medical Marijuana Life Sciences ETF, Horizon's HMMJ, is a Canadian dollar stock under the symbol HMMJ. You can only buy it under Canadian dollars. There is a US dollar currency stock here under the ticker symbol DLR.U, which is the Horizon's US dollar currency ETF. I believe you guys should be able to buy this in America. Horizon's abbreviated name is Horizon's DLR, and it's allowing you to buy with a Canadian or US dollar here. So you should be able to buy this under the ticker symbol. When DLR comes out in Canada, the symbol in America should be DLR.U. So look out for DLR.U. You should be able to buy that ETF, okay, in America. Okay, now there's a lot of different ETFs here, so I'm not 100% sure if that ETF is exactly the same. I need to do a little more research, but you can find this on the prospectus, page 20. And I actually did the research. I went to Horizon's ETF website, and you can go right to their website, guys, horizonsetfs.com. Subscribe. I went and subscribed, so I'm now a member, and I'm going to get all the news and all the information as it happens, live in real time. It's very exciting, and obviously anything that happens within the industry, you'll be able to keep updated and you'll be able to find out what's going on. I found out the information of the U.S. listing and the U.S. symbol under the download prospectus section under page 20. So if you want to find out more information, please go download that, read it, review it, and you can read all about the ETF and how it works and what their plans are. What I wanted to do here is I just wanted to read to you guys their investment objective, okay? Just so you guys understand what this really is and what they're trying to do. Horizon's Medical Marijuana Life Sciences ETF, HMMJ, seeks to replicate, to the extent possible, the performance of the North American Medical Marijuana Index, net of expenses. The North American Medical Marijuana Index is designed to provide exposure to the performance of a basket of North American publicly listed life sciences companies with significant business activities in the marijuana industry. So, this is a very exciting time, guys. This is revolutionary. This is historic. This has never been done before. This is groundbreaking. And I'm excited to be able to talk about it. I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited that you guys have been able to participate in it. But the cool thing about it is, even if you haven't participated yet, you still can participate. And if you own shares in any of the 16 companies, I've already mentioned 8 of them. I'm going to mention the other 8 shortly. If you own shares in any of those companies, you are winning, because those shares are most likely either going up today or they will go up in the future, because they are part of this ETF, which is constantly going to have more and more money coming into it. And as more and more people learn about it and invest into this ETF, you will see that a lot of the companies that are part of the ETF will also be growing. So this is a huge thing for these 16 companies. It puts all 16 of these companies on full alert for me. It puts them all on the radar for me. And I personally am a holder of 2 of the 16. I would like to personally have a position in all 16 of these companies. I want all 16 of these companies on my fantasy squad. I do. I'm not going to lie to you. I want These are all 16 All-Stars as far as I'm concerned. Some of them are Hall of Famers like Michael Jordan. We've got GWPH, which is Michael Jordan in there. We've got, obviously we've got LeBron James in there with Canopy Growth Corp. We've got Steph Curry in there, ZYNE at $20. We got some big boys in there. Scott's Miracle Grow, which is probably like having Larry Bird. We got some big boys in there. So I'm personally going to take a position in all 16 of these companies. It doesn't mean I'm going to do it today. It might be over the next 6 to 12 months. But I'm personally going to really focus on these 16 companies, and I'm personally going to be buying all 16 of these stocks. I'm also going to be buying the ETF too. So I want to have a position in the ETF, and I want to always have a position in this ETF. And I'm interested in having a position in all 16 of these companies as well, because I believe all 16 of these are winners, and I believe that this is great that they've been able to identify all 16 of these, and these are the 16 that I personally want to focus on myself for my own personal dream team of fantasy stocks and studs that I want to win with and make money with long term. And I have made money also with Kronos Group already this year, and I'm interested in buying in again. So just because you get in a stock and then you get out of a stock doesn't mean you can't go back in again. It's just like dating, guys. Sometimes you go back to your exes. So this is the same thing. Sometimes you get in a relationship with a stock and you decide that you want to go back to it. And there's nothing wrong about that, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. In a relationship, maybe sometimes there's something to be ashamed of with doing that. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't do it. But in the stock market, there's nothing to be ashamed of. You can go back over and over and over again. I mean, it's like that booty call that you just can't get enough of. You got to just keep going back for more. I mean, this is a popcorn moment, and I hope you guys are winning. Are you guys winning? Do you feel like you're winning? Do you have your popcorn ready, people? Get your popcorn ready. This is a popcorn moment. This is revolutionary. This is historic. I have never been so excited as an investor. This is the best time ever as an investor to get into the markets. This is so exciting. Would you guys like to know the next 8 that are part of this historic, revolutionary ETF? Would you like to know? There's 8 more. I know. The suspense is killing me. Is it killing you? Would you like some popcorn? Here you go. It's a popcorn moment. Who's watching? Who could possibly be next on our list of winners? Here it is. CMMDF. CMM in Canada. CMED. Add CMED to your radar. Put it on your watch list. It hasn't even been on my watch list. So you guys are going to see this live. We are going to start dating. I am going to follow you, CMED. You are now on my radar. We are dating. CMED up 1.5% at $1.91 on the Toronto Stock Exchange. The symbol in America is CMMDF, which for some reason isn't pulling up on bar chart, but you guys will be able to find it under the symbol Charlie, Mary, Dave, Frank, CMMDF. Put it on your radar. Make sure it's on your watch list. It's another winner. Look how the ETF affected this one, people. Whoop, right up. And then it tapered off a little bit. But it's a winner on the Toronto Stock Exchange. What else could be winning today? This one is one that I love. And I brought it to you guys first. And I told you guys that this one was going to win. They had some issues with pesticides. They got beat up a lot. The stock went down. And now let's look at it. Who could it be? Trailer Park Boys? Do you like the Trailer Park Boys? Because the Trailer Park Boys love Organogram. Give it up to Organogram. OGRMF up 4.8%. And I brought it to you guys first over a month ago when it was really heavily down. Should I bring you guys the evidence? Now, I'm not going to go into the archives. I've done it already today. I don't need to prove myself. I think I've already done that. But what I will do is I'm going to show you guys the chart. And if you want to go through the archives, you can go back and see that I've been talking about this stock. And I've been talking about it a lot. Now, you can see here, in the last month, it went down as low as... Look at this. What a buying opportunity, guys. It went down as low as $1.35 in the last month. Look at it today, guys, at $2.06. I told you it was a winner. I told you it was too big to fail. I told you it was a monster. And I told you and I told you and I told you. And I told you and told you and told you. And I told you and told you and told you. But did you buy it? That is the question. Did you buy it? Did you buy it right here? Because if you did, I got to give something to you. It's true. I like to give recognition when recognition's due. And this is one of those recognition moments. It's true. It had to be done. It's true. I talked about Organogram first, guys. I told you guys it was going to explode. I told you guys it was going to go up. I told you. And what has it done? It has exploded and it's gone up. Winning, winning, winning. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It's all I do is win. Win, 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 no matter what. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. That's what I'm talking about, people. Winning. Now, did you have Organogram on your radar? Because you know it's been on my radar. And you know with these magical fingers that I like to press those winning buttons and I like to sniper trade. And you think a little Rich TV Live, a little Portuguese guy here bought himself some Organogram when it was really, really down? What do you think? You think I did a little sniping action? But don't you worry, I ain't selling. I like me my Organogram. Let me tell you guys. I even heard that Warren Buffett himself, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I've heard through the grapevine that Warren Buffett himself has invested in Organogram. Now, I don't know if anybody else can confirm that, but if it's good enough for that guy, you know it's good enough for this guy. Because that guy, he's a good guy. Oh, yeah. When it comes to trading, when it comes to investing, he is the Michael Jordan of investing on steroids times infinity. That's just who he is. Warren Buffett is the man. So, it's only at $2, people. I love this company. At $2 for a toonie? You guys in America don't know what a toonie is. A toonie is a $2 coin in Canada. We call this a toonie. It's $2. $2 to own a piece of a huge medical marijuana company that has the green light from Health Canada to produce as much as they would like. Yeah, I think it's a winner. Hell yeah, it's a winner. My goodness, all we do is finding winners all the time. Now, could we possibly have more winners? Could we possibly have more winners? I mean, I've given you guys 10 of the 16 winners. There's a lot of chicken dinner going around all over the place today. A lot of winning going on. Now, did you guys buy INNL when I brought out my breakout alert? I mean, I didn't even show that to you guys yet. I mean, there's so much things going on. There's so much winning. Like, look at this. We called this yesterday at $1.84. We're at $2.19. Are you kidding me? Who else is doing this? If anybody else out there in the universe, on YouTube or anywhere else in the world is doing this, please let me know so I can watch. I want to know where I can get free money and make 20% a day on my money. Because we called it first, people. Didn't I just show you the video when I was getting the popcorn? Pretty sure you saw the evidence. You guys see the evidence? Because I love to bring you guys evidence. Yeah, that guy, you know, with his magic and his cameras, his magical fingers, picking all those winners. That can't be real. Oh, it's real. It's true. And we're going to keep bringing you winners, people, because we got the brains. We got the muscle right up here, people, and we know how to win because we are using our brains. We are using our minds, and we're putting them together. And when you put people's minds together, incredible things happen. Magical things happen. Life-changing things happen. Life-altering things happen. Do you think I thought 3 months ago when I started this show that I would have my own app? No. Do you think that I started this show 3 months ago and thought that there would be a medical marijuana ETF? No. But I'm a hell excited about the fact that there's an ETF, and you know I want to buy it. Now let's take a look at that ETF one more time. Because that thing's just exciting. It's just exciting. It's just exciting, isn't it? Right at $10.25. There's the first medical marijuana ETF. I've already given you guys 10 of the winners that are part of this ETF. And it's done 4,300 trades today. So trust me when I tell you, this is impacting all 16 of those companies. And I've shown you that every single one of them so far is up, with the exception of one so far, which is Canopy Growth Corp. And one of the reasons why a lot of people are concerned about Canopy Growth Corp is a lot of people are saying that they are not going to be revenue generating, which is a concern. It's a very big concern. If they can't be revenue generating, then that is not going to be a good long-term winner. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on that. We're going to keep watching it. I'm a shareholder too. I'm a little concerned about it, and I might start taking positions into some of these other producers because I don't want to be investing in companies that aren't revenue generating. I want companies that are revenue generating, and for some reason, Canopy Growth Corp is getting a lot of bad news that they have a very expensive operation and they may not be revenue generating, which means they may be spending as much or more than they're making, and that just doesn't fly for me. So I'll keep you guys updated on that as it happens. In the meantime, I'm going to eat some popcorn, and I'm going to give you guys another winner. That's part of this group, okay? Or would you guys like to see like something that's not marijuana related? Because I have those too. Okay, I'll give you guys what you want, because I think you guys want the marijuana stocks. Because today's vlog, today's show here with Rich on Rich TV Live is all about marijuana. So the next stock, the symbol is Charlie, Nancy, Richard, Frank. Canna Royalty Corp taking it on the chin today, down 1.4%. CNNRF hasn't been on my radar, guys. Guess what? We're going to start dating live on YouTube. We are dating at $2.14. Do you have CNNRF on your radar? In Canada, it trades under the symbol, let's take a look at it, CRZ. Oh. There it is. It's up in Canada, 2.1% CRZ. Look at this. So if it's up in Canada and down in the US, that's an arbitrage opportunity, which means you guys can literally buy it right now at lower in America than it is in Canada, and it will get adjusted and you will make a spread. It's true, guys. You only learn these things on Rich TV Live. And you know what? I haven't even been following this stock. So guess what? We're going to start dating. I know. Isn't this exciting? New deals, new marijuana stocks, new opportunities, a new ETF? Can't be. All this great, exciting things happening on a Hump Wednesday? My goodness, on Hump Day? Wow. My goodness. I need me some popcorn. Is there more? Could there possibly be more? The answer is yes. There's more. I know. It's true. Let's take a look. I don't want to keep you waiting all day. The symbol is EMMBF. EMC in Canada. Emblem Corp. Once again, a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Up 2.4%. The ETF has affected this one very positively, and we aren't even dating. So guess what? We're going to get the chance to date live on YouTube right now, people. I know. It's hard to date live on YouTube, but I'm doing it. There it is. You see the evidence. I'm following Emblem. Let's take a look at the Canadian listing. EMC. Wow, look at that. EMC up 1.8%. It's time to follow Emblem Corp. I'm following Emblem Corp. This is a big winner, guys. I love this company. Put it on your radar. Put it on your watch list. This is another licensed producer out of Canada. It is a monster. All 16 of these companies are either licensed or going to be licensed, and they're the biggest and the best. That's why they're part of this. They're not taking any junk companies. They're not taking any bullshit companies. They're not taking any shit companies and putting them and making them a part of this ETF. If you guys notice, every one of these stocks is over at least $1. Most of them over $2. There's a reason why. They have enough equity. They have enough revenue. They have enough business to justify being a part of this ETF. So this is a real amazing dream team of stocks here, guys. I want you to understand what's going on here, and I want you to watch each and every one of these companies because these are winning opportunities, and you guys can win huge, okay? This is life-altering, life-changing opportunity. This is allowing us to focus on the 16 best medical marijuana companies instead of wasting our time on the 230 that are out there and losing money on a bunch of garbage companies of people that are trying to replicate these companies. These are the real winners, and what I think is going to happen is these winners are going to really separate themselves from the pack and start acquiring and taking over a lot of these smaller companies. So expect that to happen, guys. Put EMC in Canada, EMMBF in America on your watch list. Put on your radar. I absolutely love this company. We are now dating, and it is a winner. Now, could I possibly have more? Believe it or not, there are 4 more. Now, would you guys like a break? Get yourself a nice cold beverage. Maybe a sandwich. Nah, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Or I could go slow-mo. We could go in slow motion. Or we could talk really fast. Or I could just freeze. Oh my goodness. Now, what would you guys like right now? Would you like the next 4? Or would you guys like to see a stock that might be really hot today? Now, let's just do that. Let's take a break from the next 4 of this medical marijuana historic ETF. And I want to show you guys an alert. Let's do an alert, okay? We'll do an alert live right now. Ready? Let's do this. Let's do this. Where is it? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Where's those alerts? Full alert! Full alert! Full alert! Full alert! DRWN up 1,800%?
You've got yourself something funky.
That's a head scratcher. Up 1,800%? 433 million shares traded? And it has a stop sign? Des Bryant. A big old stop sign? And it goes up 1,800%? Traded 433 million shares? My goodness. Well, we're going to start dating. I don't buy stocks with stop signs because this could be insider trading. This could be some pump and dump. Who knows why this is going up? But there's a stop sign for a reason. It means that they're not up to date on their financials. There's something going on with the company which is not allowing it to be considered a clean, fully reporting company. So be careful. Buyer beware. But it is absolutely on fire. The hottest stock in the world today, up 1,800%. And you're going to see me date it live right here on Rich TV Live on YouTube, the greatest streaming platform in the universe. Look, we're dating people. It's true. We are now dating DRWN. I had to stop. It was so hot. I had to just stop what I was doing. I had to stop what I was saying so that we could just show you guys the hottest stock on the planet. Right up there. I love the stock market because where else in the world do you see the opportunity to make 1,800% in a day on your money? Like, that is absolutely staggering, okay? To put that into perspective, 1,800%, if you put in $1,000 in DRWN yesterday, your $1,000 would have made you $18,000. I know. It's true. Crazy, right? Eh? Canada, eh? You know, it's weird because when the summertime comes, it's really hard to keep your igloo in good condition because it gets really hot. And then a lot of times our igloos melt. So then you see a lot of us Canadians homeless. And then the wintertime comes and we build our igloos again and then we're okay. But the cool thing about here in Canada is even though we have igloos, we still have the first ever medical marijuana ETF of its kind in the world. So they still thought greatly enough of us here in Canada that they gave us this opportunity to have this unbelievable ETF. But they won't allow us to, make too much money because in Canada, you would not see a stock go up 1,800%. There would be something called a halt. Because that's what we do here in Canada. We're very conservative here. We don't like stocks to go up 1,800%. We like it to go up more like, let's take a look. What's HMMJ up at right now? HMMJ? How much is it up? The biggest news in the history of the planet? It's up 1.5%. Yay, Canada! For the winning! You big country, you of winners! 1.5% of winning? Big winner. Chicken dinner. Man, get me a turkey. We got up 1.5%. Get me a turkey, somebody. This chicken dinner ain't enough. We need a turkey. We got us a 1.5% winner. Now, we don't want it to go up too much here in Canada. We're very conservative here. Okay? Gotta go up slow. Steady. Slow and steady wins the race here in Canada. We like to go slowly here. In this country. Don't want to go too quick here. You don't want those, big winners. You don't want something like DRWN happening in Canada. We wouldn't want a stock going up 18, 17,000% in Canada. That doesn't happen here. This thing would have got his ass halted. And then this probably would have went all the way back to 0001. Probably where it belongs. Maybe there's a reason why we do it here in Canada. Maybe it's a good thing when you think about it. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. But what I can tell you is that I got 4 more winners in our ETF that I haven't even brought to you guys yet. Would you like me to bring them to you? Or would you like to see more of the winners that are on the NASDAQ today? Because I actually got more winners, believe it or not. You know what? Let me find you a winner that's on the OTC. Take a look at this, guys. USRM, US Stem Cell. I really like this company, guys. Up, again, 9.7% today, trading 9 million shares. If you can buy low and sell high, get in on this stock. This is a really good stock. I really like it, guys, on the OTC markets. Now, would you like to see another winner? Or would you like me to get back to the 4 more in the ETF? Let me show you one more winner. I know you guys got lots of time, right? How about this one, guys? I like this one. NEOT up 24%. It's on fire. And Fuego, right at $1.93, up 24%. A NASDAQ company trading 8.7 million shares. It's a winner. Would you like to know more? Would you like another winner? Because believe it or not, I have one more. Get the sirens ready. This one needs to be on full alert. Get your sirens ready. This one is a big winner, and I love me my winners. PLUG up 71%. Traded 120 million shares at $2.20. Are you kidding me? Somebody sound the alarm. $206,000 trades? Are you kidding me? Wow. Up 70%. $2.22. 120 million shares at $2. That means $250 million went through this stock today. Wow. This is on full alert, people. Put on your watch list. Put on your radar. It's breaking out. It's a winner. And that's what we do here, people. We bring you winners every single day. And we're going to continue to. Now let's go back to the ETF. The ETF. The ETF. You ready? I got 4 more. Let's take a look. E. Oh, hold on. I have a call. I'm sorry, I just missed your call. Can you call back? Whoever was calling me, please call back. I just missed your call. In the meantime, I'll eat some popcorn. You guys got your popcorn ready? Dennis, call me back. Dennis the Menace. Call me back, Dennis. Dennis. Oh, Dennis. There's Dennis. Dennis the Menace. How are you, my friend?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. How are you doing, Rich?
Oh, man, I am doing unbelievable. I got popcorn all over the place. We got ETFs popping. We got all kinds of companies that are part of this ETF. I'm super excited. All the stocks that are in the ETF so far, with the exception of 2, are in the green today. And I've already talked about 12. So out of the 12 that I've talked about that are out of the 16 that are in the ETF, 10 of the 12 are in the green today. What do you think about that, Dennis?
Oh, I think it's awesome, man. I think it's awesome. We've been waiting a long time for this here.
Absolutely.
I got, most of the individual stocks myself.
Oh, very good. I'm proud of you. Good work there, man. So, how do you feel about that? Do you think it's a good strategy to get involved? And I just pulled up another one here, guys. Take a look at TBQBF. Do you have this one, Dennis? Emerald.
No, I don't have that one.
Emerald. I love this one. It's up 5.7% today, guys. I'm going to start dating it right now. It's a new one that I'm putting on my radar. It is a winner. It's part of the ETF pool. TBQBF. Tom, Bob, Quail, Bob, Frank. It's on fire, guys. Up 5.7%. It's a huge winner. The symbol in Canada is EMH. EMH is the symbol in Canada. It is a huge winner. Emerald Health Therapeutics, right at $1.33, up 4.7% today. This is huge news for these companies, Dennis. Do you understand what this means for these 16 companies?
Oh, this is earth-shattering, man. This is a phenomenal event that we got a front row seat to. I mean, it's crazy because the way I see it, all the retail investors, the guys that don't have the time to pay attention to you, the ones that don't go out there and look at the stocks and pick them and all this kind of stuff like we've been doing here for the last few months, they're going to be able to just jump in there and say, hey, I want to buy some marijuana stocks, and these people are going to go, sure, I got the ETF for you, no problem. It's easy for them. It's retail. Retail money is fixing to come into marijuana. Big time.
Wow, take a look at this one, Dennis. I got another one. Take a look at ICCLF. I just pulled it up on my screen, guys. The symbol is ICC in Canada. ICC International Cannabis Corp. It's also part of the ETFs. It's one of the lowest priced stocks in the ETF at 94 cents in Canada. Probably at around $1.20. Probably at around 60, 70 cents in America. This is a huge winner, guys. It's up 14% today. This is huge news. One of the smallest stocks in the entire ETF. ICCLF in America. Investment Charlie, Larry, Frank. What do you think about that one? You like it?
I think I'm going to buy some of that. That's a real cheap one in there, and it's got a lot of upside. I mean, all of these stocks, every one of them, they have nothing but upside, I think. I mean, to get into the ETF, they had to meet certain criteria. Therefore, it seems that, we're going to see a round of acquisitions and targeted buyouts of all these smaller companies also by these people.
Absolutely. It just makes sense. Why would you want to regulate 230 companies if you can regulate 16? I mean, it's easier. It's easier for the government. It's easy for us, the investors. Why would we want to put our money in harm's way? Why do I want to invest in anything other than this 16 companies? These are the 16 that I want to invest in, to be honest with you. And I'm going to buy them all. I'm buying them all. I'm telling you right now. Now, there's a there's a clear focus on who the leaders are. So it's very clear to me that, even if it's even $1,000 each, my goal is to get a position in all of these stocks, each and every one of them. Now, obviously, I'd like to have more. I'd like to have more.
100% agree with you.
I'd like to have more, but because there's 16 of them, it's going to be difficult. I mean, if you put in 10 grand in each of them, that would be $160,000. So, I would probably start small. Try to put in, at least $1,000 in each and have a position in each, and then just keep adding to my position over time, because I believe these are huge winners and they're going to have huge potential. All of them.
Oh, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I know Aurora, Chronos Group, Savannah, Afia, Supreme, all those. I own all those, and they're all, they're going to go. It's just a done deal, man. It's a done deal. It's a done deal, period.
And guess what's coming? And guess what's coming? What's happening in 15 days, guys?
Oh, man. It's going to be legal all the way across Canada.
No, but what's happening is 420, they're going to announce the legal, and we think that the stocks are going to spike huge. So if we get in now and take advantage of these movements now, what do you think is going to happen in 3 weeks or 2 weeks when 420 hits? All these stocks are going to explode. Even if they all just go up 10%, that's going to be huge for investors. We need to be ready.
Oh,
We need to be
that's
ready.
why we're here. I mean, we're here. We're aware and informed in this community here right now on YouTube, and we got the platform of YouTube, and you're putting it out there for everyone to get it. And if the people don't have the wisdom to come in here and get involved in what you're doing, then shame on them. They're lost. But
Well,
all of us,
check out this
every
one.
of us
Dennis,
are in.
Dennis, if you like that one, take a look at this one. Maple Leaf Green World. I love this deal. MGWFF. It's at 45 cents, people. It is part of the
Oh, my
ETFs. It is part of the ETFs. It's only at 45 cents. Maple Leaf Green World. MGWFF. And I'm going to start dating right now. MGWFF live on YouTube. I mean, I don't like to date, in the public eye, but sometimes you just got to do it. Right, Dennis? What do you think?
Oh, yeah. This one right here, if it's that cheap, it's nothing but upside for it. It's going to go $3 to $4 easy, I can see, or even more.
Oh, yeah. It's a monster.
I mean, the growth is crazy.
This company is a monster. MGW is a monster. The symbol in Canada is MGW, everybody. Mary, George, and then Washington. MGW. Maple Leaf Green World. It's at 62 cents in Canada. So that's another winner,
They're cheap.
and that is another one that I am now dating. And I'm going to give you guys the very last company. We're going to put some music on for this one. You guys ready for the very last company? Put SPRWF, Supreme Pharmaceuticals, on your radar. Put on your watch list. One of the 16 companies, one of the companies that I'm holding. Go Supreme, go! The symbol is SL in Canada. You got Supreme Pharmaceuticals, Dennis?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, I do.
Winning. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Winning.
Oh, this here ain't nothing but wings.
Yeah.
Anything that's in this ETF, anything, has almost certainly got to go up. I mean, this
Well,
is so...
Out of all the
this is
stocks,
a-
out of all the stocks, I just pulled up every single stock that's in this ETF today, okay? Out of all the stocks in the ETF, 13 out of the 16 are up. 13 out of the 16 are up today.
It'll go up tomorrow.
13 out of the 16 are up today, man. So this is incredible news. This is historic. This is incredible for Canada. Canada's usually never the first to do anything. So for the fact that we're first to do this, as modest as it is absolutely incredible. And even though it maybe hasn't really shown in the ETF yet, I believe it's already shown in all the stocks, because when you see that 13 out of the 16 that are in the ETF are all up today, that shows you that people are buying these stocks in anticipation of what's going to come.
Rich, I got a question for you.
What is it?
Hey, listen, how long do you think it's going to take before this really gets out to the mainstream and it's actually seen on TV about this marijuana ETF?
Well, I mean, anybody that knows what's going on should be watching Rich TV Live on YouTube so that they can get the information live in real time. But if you're not watching Rich TV Live, I think you're probably going to hear this in the next week.
That means we got a week jump on everybody, you guys. A week. That's a long, long time.
It's a very long time.
That gives us, we have the ability to position ourselves, because when the retail investors come in, they're going to come in a big, big, big way.
Oh, absolutely. And this is, like I said, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. This is groundbreaking. This is a real investment opportunity with a company that has an investment objective, which is to make and build shareholder equity and create shareholder value, which ultimately is what every company should be focused on, building shareholder equity and creating shareholder value. And I believe that this company, this ETF, Horizon, HMMJ, is going to be a monster. and I want to buy it. And I want to buy, like I said, I'm going to buy all 16 of these companies, and I'm going to buy the ETF. I want those 17 stocks. I already own 2 of them. I want the other 15 all on my team. I want them all on my team, every one of them. And I'm going to put them all on my team.
Yeah. I think if anybody doesn't listen to what's going on right now, if they're not aware of what's happening and how fundamentally groundbreaking this is, then they're missing the opportunity of a lifetime. There is no doubt about it. None whatsoever.
I want to know, what do you think about our app? Do you think our app is working as a good tool to give people information in real time? Do you think it's an advantage to be a part of this network where we're constantly talking about stocks before they even run? What do you think?
Oh, God, yes. This the app is incredible. I mean, the app is absolutely, because it's all happening in real time with a bunch of people that have got the right intentions. I mean, everyone in there is putting their input into it, and everything is coming to the surface fast, really, really fast. They don't got to wait around for this release, that release. We got, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 people. Everybody is putting their information in there, and it's being discussed openly in a really good, fast, and informative format. I mean, we cannot. There's no way we could be doing what we're doing without being inside that chat room. The chat room is nothing but it's a plentiful of education. I mean, it's just incredible amount of stuff that comes in there real fast, and it's real time, and it's like right now. It's perfect. It's the best app I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, that's great. Well, you know what, Dennis? Thank you for joining us once again. I love having you on the show. I'm really happy that you are participating in a lot of these stocks and you're winning. I'm very happy that you're winning on BITCF. Let's talk about that one a little bit. BITCF. What do you think? What do you think about BITCF? I know you got in at 9 cents. Oh wow, guys! As we speak, DRWN is now up 2,200%. Who's watching? I want to know who's watching, because whoever's watching is winning. It's gone up 400% while we've been talking. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Sorry, Dennis. I'm going to pull up BITCF.
All right. Let's see what she's doing.
Actually, let me pull it up here. Let's see what she's doing. All right, guys, BITCF. It's 23.1 by 24.2, traded 322,000 shares, and is up 5% on the day. So, what do you think about that? Like, what is your plan here? Like, when are you gonna put a sell order? What's your plan? What price do you want to sell at?
I'm going to put a sell order in today, 30 cents, and just let it ride, because I think there's so much energy that's left on the table still to come into BITCF that is just crazy, especially in the Asia market. Chinese, they're hot money, they're capital flight, all that stuff. It's just a matter of time before it comes in. I mean, right now I can sell and walk away with a damn good profit. And all that profit, it's from you. It's from you. I mean, it's from being in this chat room. It's from talking right here. Wouldn't have known about it unless I'd been involved in this group here. But I can walk away right now as a winner, and it'd be a done deal. Put some money in my pocket, did great on it, but I think it still has more energy. It's, I missed a hell of an opportunity with Bitcoin back in 2010, 2011, somewhere around there. I could have got it at $7. But Bitcoin is a powerful, powerful instrument. Cryptocurrencies are just unbelievably powerful.
Absolutely. So you think that 30 cents is a good exit price? Obviously, it would be. You'd make about 4 times your money. More than 4 times your money, which is spectacular, actually. So, yeah, you know what? I say do that. Put your order up. You guys don't have to trade like crackheads. You don't need to stare at the screen all day long. That's the worst way to trade. It's too stressful. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. And it's difficult. I like to just put up my order, let it sit there at 30 cents, and if it comes to me, it comes to me. I don't have to sit there and stare at it and watch it. And if you believe in the company long term, it will come to your price. If you believe in good companies, if you invest in good companies, and if you're investing in companies that you think are going to grow long term, it will most likely come to your price if you're patient. Now, it's hit 30 cents before. It's been more around 28. I personally, if I was trying to sell, I would probably go in around 28 just because I've seen it hit that number before. I don't know if it'll reach 30, but hopefully it does, and hopefully you're able to win, and hopefully you're able to get out and be able to live to fight and talk about another day. But it always feels good. It always feels good when you're in on a stock and you can look in your account and you can see that you're up 200, 300%. That always feels good. But until you actually sell the stock, it's not money in your pocket. And that's the one thing I really want to emphasize with everybody that's watching is until you sell the stock, there's no money in your pocket. So you got to get good at selling. Yeah, you got to get good at getting in early, which you did, Dennis. You did amazing getting in at 9 cents. But it's vital that we get out. It's vital that we get out at the highest possible price too. And if you look at the way it's been trading, it hasn't really hit 30 cents, but it has hit 28 cents quite a few times. And I think very confidently I would be able to get out at 28 cents. But hopefully it hits your 30-cent mark. Hopefully it hits it soon. And hopefully you get a chance to really win. And then who knows? Maybe you may even get an opportunity to invest in it again if you really believe in it and you think it's going to continue to move in the right direction.
Well, you're right. I probably will. You know what I'm going to do, man? I'm going to go ahead and put my sell order in for 28. I'm going to take my profits and I'm going to put them in the green rush that's going on and these companies that are on this ETF. And what I put in there, I'm going to go ahead and maybe reinvest when it pulls back down some more. I'm going to take my money at 28. You're right. I'm going to get it and get it while the getting's good. Check your advice. But ignore your advice. What's the point of being in the room? I'm listening to Angel. I'm listening to Sherry. I'm listening to Dan. I'm listening to anybody I've missed talking about. Everyone knows what we're doing. So, yeah, I'm going to put mine in at 28. Take my money and run.
And I'm not saying that because you have to. You can do whatever you want. Like, at the end of the day, it's your money. It's your account. You can go at 30. You can go at 40. I'm just saying from my perspective, how I've seen it trade, I personally, if it was me, I would probably go at 28 because I think it could hit that number. I just haven't seen it hit 30 yet. That's not to say it won't. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. So I never like to predict something that's never happened. I like to more try to predict something that's happened. Try to predict something that is predictable, like a pattern. There's been a pattern of it going down to 16 and going up to 28 and going down to 16 and up to 28 and down to 16. So that's why I've always said if you can buy it at 16, that's a great entry. And if you can sell it at 28, that's a great exit. Anything in between that, if you're buying at 18 and selling at 24, that's still great too. But, you always want to buy low as possible and you always want to sell as high as possible. That's always the name of the game.
No, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put mine at 28. I'm in this room for a reason. I need the advice. I want the advice. I need the input. I appreciate the input from everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get it out 28 and just say, hey, I got my money. That's a good deal. I could have got 30. So big deal. You ain't going to kill me if I don't get 30. So if I get 28, hell, I've done awesome. I've done incredible. If I could do that every day, damn. What could we do together as a community? I'm taking it at 28. I'm going to do the right thing. Play it safe. Bail out.
Yeah, and like I said, you always have the opportunity to watch it, and then if you see it goes back down again and you want to pick it up at a good price, you can always buy low again, and then you see it go back up again, you can always sell it again. And you can literally start to day trade stocks like that. Buy low, sell high. Sit on the bid, at 16 cents. If it comes to you, you buy it cheap. You can just sit there with 16 cents for a month. And then you can, once you buy it at 16, you can immediately turn around and sell it at 28. That's a great return. You're making like about 80%. If you're able to buy at 16 and sell at 30, or buy at 16 and sell at 28, you're making about 80% return on every single trade.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell it at 28. I'm going to take the proceeds that are profit, and I'm going to put them into all these stocks that are in the green rush right now. I'll take the initial investment and reinvest it when it pulls back down to 15, 16, 17, whatever, and be happy. I'm a winner. I'm going to win, and that's all I'm here for. If I don't listen to you and all the people in the chat room, then why in the hell am I even in there? I got to take the advice. Just like Rich says, let's just take our money and run. If we could have got 30, that would have been really, really awesome. I get 28, that's just as awesome because I am a winner. It's all about winning.
It is. And every time I don't take the money and run, and every time I get emotional, I always lose. Every time I take the money and run and I do not get emotional, I always win. Every single time. And that's exactly why I'm trying to tell you guys to learn to just feel good about winning. because that winning is contagious. And then what happens is that money is in your account. So now you got more money than you started with. It's in your account. You can use it to pay your bills. You can use it to go on a trip. You can use it to just go have a good time. You can use it to buy more stock. Think about all the things you can do with the money. When the money's trapped in a stock, you can't do any of those things.
Yes, I agree with you 100%.
So I want you guys to get good at winning, and I want you guys to feel good about winning, and I want you guys to feel good about getting out of stocks, and I don't want you to feel bad like, oh, I missed out. Because for every time it goes up after I sell, I've seen it go down. Just as many, if not more. So don't ever feel bad, oh, I could have got out and made more. Feel good about the fact that you made money. I know Dan said, oh, you know, I made $3,000 on BITCF. I could have made more, but you know what? I'm happy with winning. And that is exactly what I'm saying. Like, you made $3,000, Dan. Be happy with the $3,000 because you could have lost $3,000. So it's better to win. Yeah, you could have got out and made more, but making $3,000, it's the easiest $3,000 you ever made in your life. And that's the thing about trading is if you could just keep multiplying those winning trades, and you can do 3, 4, 5 of those trades a month, where you're making $3,000 a trade. You could do 3, 4, 5 of those a month. You do the math. Now you're making, between $9,000 to $15,000 a month. And who couldn't use an extra $9,000 to $15,000 a month?
Oh, I can. I can definitely. I know everybody could.
Of course they can.
That's all they do.
All right, my friend. Well, thank you for calling. Keep up the great work. We'll keep definitely in contact. We'll keep talking, and we'll definitely hear from you in the room. I know that you'll be in there and you'll be watching.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to everybody. We're doing a great job together, guys. We're strong. We're strong, and we're winners.
All right, Dennis. Thank you, my friend. Have yourself a great day. And enjoy beautiful Florida, my friend.
Oh, yeah. It is absolutely beautiful today. Pleasure.
All right, my friend. Have yourself a great day. Thank you for calling.
Yes.
Cheers. Bye. All right, guys. I have shared with you the 16 stocks in the ETF. It is historic. We are winning, people. We love winning. My goodness, do we ever? We love winning. And it is a special day. Are you guys watching DRWN, one of the hottest stocks in the universe? Up a ridiculous 1,900%, trading 448 million shares, making me want to do the thump and jump. All the way up. And then it came down. And then it jumped. All the way back up. Jump. It's a winner. Winning! Winning always feels so good. Now I had another call. Let's see if I can call him back.
Hello?
Attila.
Yes, sir.
How are you, my friend?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good. We are live on YouTube. You called me when I was live. I was actually just on the other line with Dennis, another one of our subscribers, and I wanted to speak with you live. And how's your day going so far?
Not too bad. I actually called you as you were going through this ETF, the list of companies that are associated with that ETF.
Yes.
And I was actually waiting for you to get to Supreme. Because you know how I feel about Supreme, and I know you own it, I own it. So I was kind of waiting for you to get there.
I did talk about them.
Yes, I know you did.
Oh, okay.
I know you did.
I thought you.
I wanted to put my 2 cents in.
Well, hey, you know what? You've got the floor, my friend. Put in your 2 cents.
Okay, right on. The only thing I'm a little concerned about with the Supreme thing is this issue here with the nutrient that's still kind of ongoing. Although the stock has somewhat recovered pretty much from that news.
It's pretty much right back to where it started.
Yeah. So it's recovered pretty good, but I still don't see any resolve of this matter. It's apparently in the hands of Health Canada. And to tell you the truth, I actually just got off the phone with John Fowler.
Oh, okay.
And I spoke to him just briefly here on that situation there, and I asked him if he actually had the crops that they grew with the nutrient in question. It can't be sold because they need a sale license. So anyways, they're holding on to it in their vault. I asked them if they had tested that particular, well, it's the one, they use that nutrient with everything that they had produced at that time. So I asked them if they had gotten tests done on that marijuana with this nutrient that's in question. And he told me yes, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with Supreme's marijuana. There's no harmful anything in this marijuana. So why the big holdup? And I can only assume, and again, I'm going to assume, because I don't know 100%, I'm not really getting any information from anybody. Everyone's being kind of tight-lipped, even Health Canada, then try and talk to anybody there and get any information. It's like pulling teeth. So anyways, but, this list of, the concern for me is that, this Horizon ETF with Supreme being on that list, I'm surprised that they actually made it on that list, although I see that, they look forward to the future. But, I guess there are a couple other companies on there that do not have a sale license. Is that correct? Would you know that offhand, Rich?
I don't know it offhand, but I look at it like they either have a sale license or they're going to get a sale license, because I don't see why they would put them on this list unless they planned for them to be one of the major producers.
Right. Well, they're building out their entire 342,000 square feet, so I think that's gets a lot of people's interest right there alone. So
I think that this ETF was well thought of, and I think that this is a very amazing team of 16 companies, and I don't believe that any of these companies are going to fail. I believe all these companies will be monsters, and all of these companies are winners, and I'm personally going to take a position in all of them. And I will take a position in the ETF as well.
Right. Well, the ETF, I think, would be probably a good idea. But, some of those companies, like the Miracle Grow, that particular one there, I read an article, I got sent something, I got a lot of emails because I kind of pour a lot of my attention into the marijuana stocks, and I got something back from one of these people who are keeping a close track on the marijuana stocks, and they say that the Miracle Grow, yeah, sure, they're a good company, and it's up there in price, but it's not going to play the most dramatic role in the marijuana space, because they're actually well known more for like their nutrient for. I mean, I think everyone knows Scott's Miracle Grow. It's a name associated with flowers and plantings and whatever. It's a wonderful nutrient or fertilizer to add, to the plants. So, but in the marijuana industry, there's a lot of people just using specialty fertilizers, and I don't know if Miracle Grow is actually focusing on those nutrients and fertilizers specifically made for the marijuana industry. I know that Remo products, all their products are pretty much almost specialty products for the marijuana industry, and that Remo products is the one that the nutrient that is in question with Supreme. So I don't know when that's going to actually, I don't know when Health Canada is going to give them the approval over this, but just to let you know, they had their actual marijuana tested, and there's absolutely nothing wrong or harmful in regards to that marijuana. So,
but the question is, how long can you store it in their vault? They say, how long can marijuana be kept around before it goes bad? And the answer is, it can't be around left around forever. That's for sure.
Well,
So,
no, and I don't think it's going to be forever, but I understand that it's all vacuum sealed too, and it's all measured in certain measurements, and then there's like I don't know, kilogram packages or whatever way they decided to store it, but it's all vacuum sealed. So I understand that will keep the shelf life of the marijuana that'll stay much longer if it's vacuum sealed and dried properly and vacuum sealed. I mean, I think there's actually something out there that shows you. I saw on YouTube, I think it was, where they actually tell you what the best way is to preserve the marijuana once you've grown it. So I don't know whether that they're focusing on these larger licensed producers or whether these are just the homegrown guys, who just grow their own and then want to keep it for they grow it for the season. Obviously, winter marijuana won't be growing, so unless it's indoors. But they show there's a YouTube video showing what to do and how to preserve your marijuana crops. So I think as far as Supreme goes, I think they're probably a little better, well versed in the way to preserve that marijuana. But we'll see what happens. I'm sure. I was just waiting for you to get the Supreme so I can kind of make my own kind of comments there, like I said.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you calling in. I think it's good news for Supreme. Being a shareholder myself, I think it's great news. It's always nice to see the stock go up. I'm very happy that they're a part of the group. I think it's going to help them dramatically. I think it's going to help them with, as you can see, with their the liquidity today. It's a lot of liquidity for Supreme, 1.7 million shares.
And you talked about Canopy Grow, and that was a very interesting point that you make that they may not be very profitable later on. Like I think I told you once before that just on their call line alone, they employ 100 people just to man their telephones there.
Yeah, the overhead is too high. They have a very high burn rate, and their expenses are very high, and it's going to come back to bite them. And people are saying already that they're not going to be profitable, and it's concerning to me.
I think that may be just, even though they're part of that ETF, right? But I'm still concerned to myself about it because, let's face it, look at all the acquisitions that they made. That's why Canopy Grow is so big the way they are. Even just to associate themselves with Snoop Dogg, that cost them 1 million shares alone. Just to be able to, associate Snoop Dogg with, I think they sell a line of brand, of Snoop brands or something. But they are diluting the shares like crazy because not $1 has actually changed hands with all the acquisitions that they have made. All their acquisitions have been made with shares.
Do you want to know why, though? You want to know why?
Well, I kind of have an idea, but I think they're diluting the shares by doing that.
No, but I think they're doing it for a reason. And I think it's because they realize that in Canada, they can't take the stock price up. So they've given up on the share price. I believe they realize that they can't just take the price up. They're going to get halted. They got halted last year at $17. Right. It took the stock all the way down to $8. Now they're trying to climb back up. Every time they climb up, something happens. So I think they just got frustrated and said, you know what, forget it. Let's just raise a bunch of money and sell a bunch of shares.
Well, that might be very true, Rich. And that's kind of a shame, that here in Canada, they don't allow the stock to do what the stock wants to do.
Well, I mean,
You know, if
we've
people
seen it.
are
We saw it.
interested in
We
it,
saw it. We saw it with TWMJF last year when it went to $17. It was on fire. Went from $5 all the way to 17, and they halted it.
Yeah.
And then we saw it
Yeah.
with IPNFF. It went from 4 cents to 40 cents, and then they halted it. Then it went down to 20 cents, and I told everybody, I said, guys, at 20 cents, this is a good buy. And what did it do? You guys know?
Right.
It went back up. I called it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, because these are good companies. It's back up to 25 cents now. So
Sure.
these are good companies, but what happens in Canada is they kill the companies because if they don't feel like they can justify the share price, they just halt the stock. And then once they halt the stock, they kill all the momentum in the stock like they've done in DYA. They don't feel like they can justify a higher share price, so they halted the
Right.
security. The security today went all the way to 86 cents, and it came all the way back down to 81. It's like there's so many people that are just frustrated, they end up selling. Even though it's a good company, even though it's an exciting opportunity, people end up selling because they don't want to be a part of this kind of nonsense when they could be putting money into stocks that are moving, like the medical marijuana stocks right now that are moving. They're much better plays right now than DYA is because DYA is on some type of regulatory watch list where every time they put out news and the stock runs. Now, don't get me wrong, DYA has come up from 8 cents to 80 cents. It's up 1,000%. So I understand what they're doing here. But still, as an investor, it sucks because it's just like they don't do this in America. In America, they let the stocks run. And if they come back down, then they come back down. But here in Canada, they don't even let them run. They don't even give them a chance. This stock didn't even have an opportunity to put its news out properly. This company got screwed. Hard. They got screwed.
Wow.
And me as a shareholder, I'll be honest with you, I feel like I got screwed. Big time.
Right.
Big time. It's disgusting.
Well,
And I'll be honest with you,
that's
because
the
of it, I'm going to boycott all Canadian stocks. I'm only going to be buying all my issuers in America. So all of these stocks, all these companies that are duly listed, I'm going to be buying all the American symbols. I'm not interested in buying Canadian stocks anymore because I'm not going to go through this anymore. This is stupid. I'm disgusted by it. I'm just disgusted by it, to be quite frank, and I'm going to boycott all Canadian stocks altogether. I will buy HMMJ just because it's only listed in Canada. But the majority of the companies that are duly listed, I'll buy the U.S. listing from now on. I'm not interested in buying and supporting Canadian stocks anymore. Go ahead.
You remember I told you about that one stock there? I told you to look it up. It was that Notice Global. It's only worth it's sub penny, right? But you saw where it was 6 years ago, $90.
Yep.
$90. Like, do you feel personally? Do you think that any of these marijuana stocks have that kind of potential?
I think they all do.
Well, I certainly hope so. I would only hope so, but
I think they all do.
you know.
I think they all do. I think they all have the potential to go to $100. I really do.
Well, when we were talking about canopy, you know, being kind of overvalued, you know, and that it may not, it may not be profitable, and so that's a concern for me, right?
It's very concerning, and being a shareholder of the company, it's making me think that I want to get out and I want to get into some of these other opportunities. I'm really looking on this list at Organogram. I love Organogram. ACB, Aurora Cannabis. I think those two are very undervalued. Personally.
For sure.
Personally, I think they're very undervalued. I'm looking at Chronos Group. I think that is going to be a monster. And I'm looking at MGW, Maple Leaf Grow World. I think that one's going to be a monster. And
that's not on the ETF, though. I think you said it was on the ETF. I didn't see it on the ETF.
It's on the ETF based on what I've seen, based on my research. Yep.
It might have been a different symbol, or it was a Canadian symbol.
It's MGW. MGWFF in America. Okay. MGW in Canada. Okay. So I have the 16 in front of me right now, and I'm going to be buying. And I see. I can click on to one of the on the ETF, and you can see all the stocks that are associated with it. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm excited about it. It's a very exciting day. The market is about to close in 15 minutes. So it's nice to see that, we have something new to talk about, something new to invest in, something new to, to drive hopefully these stocks. But you can see it's come back down. It's only up 1.1%. It opened up at $10.11. I told everybody in our chat room, don't panic. Don't chase the stock. Chasing these stocks is a mistake. I've seen that with Snap. I saw that with DYA after the halt. And you can see that with this one. It went all the way up to $10.50. And anybody that got in those prices, they're down already. And this is the stupid thing that happens in Canada. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand these markets at all.
Well, I understand why you put more faith in the American symbols.
I just think that we can make more money. And I don't really want to waste my time with stocks that get halted every time they go up. It's just, what's the use of... That happened to Supreme also. Exactly. What's the use of investing in a stock if every time it goes up we get halted? Like that's like saying that every time I go to the casino and I win, they're going to kick me off the table. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, why am I even playing? Like, why do we even buy Canadian stocks? They're just going to halt them. It's so stupid. It's like...
It's too manipulated, they've got too much of they play too great a role in, like, when it comes to halting the stock and stuff. I can't stand that myself, so I think I'm going to spend more time on the American side myself, too.
They try to control the price too much. They try to play God. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, they must have shares in Health Canada, too, then, I guess.
Maybe. Never thought of that.
No, I'm just kind of kidding that way, but, I'm pretty disappointed with the way Health Canada is handling this whole Supreme thing, to tell you the truth. And personally, I think they do it almost intentionally.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. They just want to be
There's absolutely, like I said, they already had the material tested. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And Health Canada swears up and down that all their decisions are based on the health of Canadians. Well, if there's nothing wrong with that material, then give them what you should have gave them already.
If Health Canada is so concerned about the health of Canadians, then why do they sell us cigarettes?
Sure, they should ban them if that's the case.
If they're so concerned, I mean, there's all these great things that they're saying that marijuana does. What do cigarettes do for us?
Right.
Exactly. How do cigarettes help us? If marijuana is helping in so many ways, what is cigarettes doing? I'd love to know. Why doesn't someone step in and ban cigarettes? If they're getting so involved in marijuana and they want to be so involved in the day-to-day operations of marijuana, why don't they do the same thing for cigarettes? Why don't they do the same thing for alcohol?
Yep. And I posed that question. I was speaking to one of the officials at Health Canada, and I posed that question to one of the people I was speaking to at Health Canada, and they're always their go-to response is the health of the Canadians. That's their response. But
Bullshit.
The other thing they meant when I mentioned the alcohol to them, they
bullshit.
said, "Oh, well, that's why we're trying to make sure that we do the right things in regards to the marijuana because we want to get this one right."
They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about. They don't give a shit about us Canadians. All they care about is making money. Let's be honest, okay? This is all about making money. It's all about greasing the wheel. And April 20th.
I'm very surprised that they haven't started some kind of litigation in regards to this matter.
Are you talking about Canopy Growth Corp starting a litigation about the halting?
No, I'm talking about Supreme starting a litigation against Health Canada for they've dramatically affected their progress and their I just got off the phone with John Fowler and he's talking about a couple months down the road before they see that license. He didn't specifically say when, but we may not see a license for them. But the thing that's going to raise the price of that stock is the actual announcement, the implementation of the recreational.
Yeah, April 20th. April 20th, which is in 2 weeks. So get ready. That's the next big day for marijuana.
Sure.
That's going to be a huge day for marijuana. We'll be watching in Canada very, very closely. Very closely.
Well, their stock should have gone up. The announcement of them getting a license with which Health Canada held back, and this is why I say it put them so far behind because of what Health Canada has done. And this is what I'm talking about with the litigation part. They should, these guys, they're all so kind of afraid. They feel like they're walking on eggshells, and they're so afraid of Health Canada because they play such a great role in their business that they're afraid to get any litigation going in regards to that because they figure they'll never get a license if they start some sort of litigation with them,
Well, yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree. So Health Canada's definitely got them by the balls. So they're screwed.
They got them all. They got them all by the balls and jumping through whatever hoops they put in front of them. I mean, I find it so ridiculous, Rich. That's what I hate about. That's the only thing I hate about this industry is the fact that you got this one idiotic entity who controls every single aspect of what they do.
Well, you know what? At least we're in a country where they've allowed it to get recreational. I mean, we could call them idiotic, but they're giving us what we want before America. So
that's true.
Are they really idiotic, or are they ahead of their time? I mean, Canada's so weird, right? We're like we're gonna become recreational, where everybody with a license can get marijuana.
That's true.
But yet, when stocks go up, we halt them. So it's just like such a weird country, Like we're such a weird conservative country, but yet we're not conservative when it comes to marijuana. We want to be progressive when it comes to marijuana, but conservative to everything else. It's weird. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, personally, I think that there's a lot of criminal activity going on, even with these
Of course there is.
people who are in charge of it all.
The number one medical marijuana non-licensed distributor in Canada is Mark Emery. Mark Emery has 50 Compassion Club stores. Mark Emery makes $500,000 a day illegally. Mark Emery gets arrested every month. He doesn't care. He's making $150 million a year illegally. He doesn't care. They can't.
I wouldn't care either.
They can't stop him. He's unstoppable. He is unstoppable.
I think that they should all do the same thing. Every one of them should just handle it illegally. If you're not going to play the way you're meant to play, then everyone should just do it illegally.
His attitude is, why is Health Canada able? His attitude is, why is Health Canada able to decide? He can afford a license. They didn't give him one, so they're picking. They're playing favorites. So he's like, okay, well, if I could buy a license in a week with the money he makes. He's like, but you know what? If you're not going to give me one, then I'm going to grow it anyways because this is something that has grown from the ground. Who are you to decide who should grow it and not? Why are you the only ones that can capitalize from it?
And you know what?
He's a modern day Al Capone.
Yeah, for sure. And kudos to him because he took it into his own hands because somebody else was telling him what he couldn't do. So he's like, screw you, I'm doing it anyway regardless. You can fine me, take me to court as much as you want, I'm still gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Every time they close one shop down, he opens up 10 more. He doesn't care. He's unstoppable. He's unstoppable. He's the Prince of Pot. That's right, Dan. The Prince of Pot. Mark Emery, he's Canadian. He is the Prince of Pot. He has been arrested in America. He's been arrested in Canada. And he has 50 stores all across North America, making him $500,000 a day. Good luck trying to stop that guy.
Well, my other concern, Rich, is with this medical situation, everybody's jumping on the medical card bandwagon, because anyone who wants to legally smoke marijuana is just getting a medical marijuana card. What's going to happen when the recreational comes into play? And then, not only that, but these companies like the Shoppers and Loblaws employees are now covered under their plan to get, why would you want to go recreational? Have someone else pay for your own marijuana for you.
It's crazy. It's just so crazy. So now, okay, so Attila, can you explain more about what you're talking about?
Sorry?
Can you explain more about what you just talked about? Because that is a topic in itself. What's happening
Well,
is, go ahead. Can you explain in
really
detail what you mean by that?
About what's going to happen to that recreational industry when when it comes on board, because a lot of, like, let's face it, look in California, you can almost bet almost everybody down there, because they've been doing this for 10 years. Everybody down there who wants to smoke pot has got a medical marijuana license. Let's face it, it doesn't take much to get one.
So
All
what Attila's referring to is, now in Canada, you can get marijuana as a prescription drug from your doctor. So if you work at Shoppers Drug Mart, you work at different places, you will be covered by the government of Canada, by your company, through your insurance to get X amount of marijuana. So now you can go and use that license, your doctor's prescription, to go and sell that. You can literally get it for free or dirt cheap because of this. And you can literally be pawning it off and selling it to people in the black market. That's what Attila's trying to say. So understand, guys, this is getting crazy, okay? Like, they're not just saying, oh, yeah, you can get it. They're saying, yeah, you can get it too, and get it through your work. Now through your work, you're covered for X amount of marijuana. Like, how crazy is it getting? You might not even like marijuana, but if you're covered, you might as well go and get some. You're covered for $2,000 a year or something like that. So you go and you get your $2,000 worth. How much is it?
The Shoppers Drug Mart and Loblaws employees are covered up to $1,500 for the year.
Yeah, so you can go, if you don't buy marijuana, you don't smoke marijuana, you can go and get up to $1,500 a year of marijuana, and then go around and turn around and sell it in the black market.
Yeah, I still think there's going to be a black market even when this is all said and done, because of the
Of course there's a black market. Of course there's a black market. Listen, man, I'll tell you right now, Attila, there will always be a black market, my friend. The only way they eliminate the black market is if they lower the prices, which they don't want to do because they're too greedy. So what they do is they increase the prices, which allows the black market to exist. If you're going to sell an ounce through a medical marijuana dispensary at $240, and you can get that same ounce on the black market for $200, do you think that the guys are not going to continue to sell it for $200 or $220? Of course they will. And people will keep buying it because they can get it cheaper.
And this is just a start. This is just the Shoppers, and I think it's Manulife who does their benefits for them. But this is just the start. What about all these other insurance companies that are going to start offering benefits for marijuana too? Because this is just the first.
Oh, it's the start of a revolution. It's the start of a world where everybody's going to be high. And I don't honestly know what that world's going to look like. I don't know if it's going to be a good world, if it's going to be a bad world, if it's going to be an evil world, if it's going to be a dangerous world. People obviously are going to be making more mistakes. People are going to be forgetting things. People are going to have a lot of munchies. Probably be good for restaurants.
For sure.
It'll be good for fast food. Everybody's going to be getting all their munchies. So, yeah, I honestly... I kind of agree in the sense that if I'm the president of a country, I don't want everybody being high. But I also know that not everybody's going to get high, because it's just like cigarettes. Not everybody's going to smoke cigarettes. It's just like alcohol. Not everybody's going to drink alcohol. Just because you have it available doesn't mean you're going to do it. So I think it will be about 50-50 in Canada and the United States. 50% of the people will smoke and 50% won't. But I just don't know what a world looks like where there's no regulations and everybody can just smoke as much as they want, and it's just going to be everywhere. As a parent, I think it's a little bit scary.
Sure.
But at the same time, I think it's great for the market. I think it's great for these stocks. I think it's great as an investor. From that perspective, I think it's fantastic. But as a parent, as someone that's looking at our society, looking at why are they doing this, it makes you really wonder, why are they doing it? Are they doing it to numb us all so that we don't really get a chance to see what's really happening in the world? So we don't get a chance to see what's happening in our lives every day? So we don't get the chance to focus on the fact that we're in the rat race? Are they trying to numb us all? Are they trying to, make us the Walking Dead? Are they trying to make us a bunch of zombies? I mean, they continue to feed us all these zombie shows. Are they trying to turn us into zombies? Makes you wonder. Really makes you wonder. Because if we have a bunch of problems and we don't have anything to take our mind off of it, then we're going to have to find a solution. But if we've got a bunch of problems, we got something to take our mind off of it, now we don't need to find a solution. We just keep going back to the problem. And then that problem that we keep going back to is making them money.
Well, Rich, you mentioned about numbing us and stuff. That all started with alcohol a long time ago,
That's right.
Heroin, LSD, all that stuff was legal many years ago. But anyway, and, rightly so, it should be illegal. I mean, heroin, LSD, come on, you can't function in society when you're that kind of I wouldn't call that a recreational type drug, right? But
well, if you, according to Jeff Sessions, marijuana and heroin are in the same category. And people and people that smoke marijuana are bad people. So 50% of America and Canada, you guys are bad people. Bad. Shame on you, smoking marijuana. How dare you?
I just read another article, Rich. In one of the recreational legal states down in the United States, 27% lower consumption of alcohol since the marijuana came on board.
Yeah, because most people that I know that smoke marijuana, they don't drink.
Right.
Because they don't have to. They already have their fix. Their fix is marijuana. So they don't drink.
Well, it seems to be that the human race seems to need something, whether it be alcohol, whatever it is that we leaned on for a break from the world's stresses and whatever. I mean, we seem to need something to kind of, smooth the edges out a little bit for us, right? So we've decided it's either alcohol. Alcohol is where it started from, and now we're into the marijuana. You're never going to be able to stop the marijuana. They had to give the people what they wanted because it was a losing war, a losing battle for them.
Well, I mean, Dan, the IT guy, has a great point here in the chat room. He's saying, look at Colorado, Rich. It's a better place because of legal marijuana. It's better, safer, less crime, fewer kids smoking weed. So maybe that is the solution. Maybe it is the solution. Maybe they got something figured out. Maybe legalizing it will clean up the streets somehow. So we'll see. They obviously have a plan. Let's see how they implement it. I'm really excited about what's happening. I think this is great news. It's great for our stocks, which is fantastic. Obviously, stocks is what we're all about. So from that perspective, I think it's great. It's great to see that this ETF went up today, even if it's mildly. It was up a lot more. It was at 1050. And then, of course, being the conservative country that we are, it had to go back down to 1022 and close up 1.1%. But, hey, you know what? It's a start. It's only day one. I see a day where this might be at $100. Maybe this ETF one day is at $100. Think about that, people.
That would be sweet.
So if all the stocks collectively grew by 10 times.
I would prefer to see Supreme get to $100.
Well, yeah, me too. Of course. I mean, who wouldn't?
This ETF came out. It's immediately it was $10 to come right out with.
So you and I both know. You and I both know. None of these stocks are going to $100 anytime soon in Canada. Let's be honest.
No.
It's not happening. They won't let it happen. They won't let it happen. It will take time.
Well,
it'll be a process. It'll take time. It'll be a process.
You know what I'm going to do, Rich? I'm going to play the Canadian space until I recognize that it's no longer that quite profitable anymore, and I'm just going to move straight into the American space because they're going to allow the stocks to do whatever they do. So whereas over here they're manipulated and by an entity that has nothing to do with the company. They just seem to be able to suppress the markets, and I don't like that.
Yeah, and I don't like it either, but at the same time, I understand why they're doing it because they don't want stocks to get overhyped. They don't want stocks to go higher than what they should based on their price to earning ratio.
Right.
So they have their own equation of how they determine the price, and whenever they feel like a stock is overvalued, they halt it. So I've seen this trend, and it's one of the major reasons why I feel like we can make a lot more money investing in America, because in Canada, they're always going to halt the stock, and you're going to get stuck in stocks not able to move and make great huge moves, because that's just not what they want in Canada, which ultimately is a good thing. They're going to protect long-term investors, which is ultimately a good thing. So from that perspective, it's good. But as a day trader, as an equity trader, as an investor looking for big movement, I'm going to be focused more in America, because that's where we're going to find it. It's obvious.
Right.
So, like I said, I've made good money with Canadian stocks. I've done well, and I've won a lot. So I'm definitely not going to stop, but I'm definitely going to focus more on American stocks, just because I want to benefit from big moves. Like, there's a company in America today, DRWN, went up 1,700% today. So I want to be, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen in Canada. They wouldn't even let it run 50% before they halt it.
No, I know.
So
it was a perfect example they did with Supreme at one time,
Yeah.
And, when they're going on these runs, let them go on these runs. There's a reason they're going on that run. Nobody's pumping a stock like that. Maybe, when you're in that sub-penny range like this company you're talking about, I mean, yeah, sure. But, you're not going to see Supreme do no 1,700% in one day,
What they're doing is they're hurting investors, because anybody that bought TWMJF at 17 is completely screwed. Anybody that bought DYA at $1.20 is screwed. Anybody that bought IPNFF at 40 cents is screwed. So what they're actually doing is they're screwing us. They're saying they're trying to help us, but they're screwing us over, forcing the price down, and putting us in a situation where if you buy at the top, you get screwed. So buying Canadians.
I already know someone who's lost $25,000. They bought Canopy Grow when it was really moving high up fairly quickly. You got to $17. They figured they were going to buy it because they figured there was no end in sight. Well, what does it do? Come right back down to almost $8.
Yeah, so you lose 25 grand in an instant. And this is what I'm saying. Yeah. They try to help people, but what they're really doing is they're hurting people. They try to help shareholders, what they're really doing is hurting shareholders.
Sure. What do you think that person who lost 25, what kind of faith do you think he has in marijuana stocks now?
Oh yeah, he feels
after losing 25 grand and watching a stock drop almost half. Actually, it did. It dropped more than half.
But if he knew anything about stocks, he should have bought that when it was at $5, not at 17.
Well, sure, but
again, you can't blame the stock. You can't blame the stock.
We're in the infancy, right? We're in the infancy.
No, I know, but it ran from $5. It ran from $2 to 17, and you got in at a 52-week high. So you obviously don't know. You obviously don't know anything about stocks, and then it comes back down. And now you're frustrated, but you bought it at the highest possible price. So anybody that knows anything about trading will say to that person, "Sorry, bud, you just did a bad trade. I mean, you just did a bad trade. Look at the chart. I mean, it came from $5, went to 17. What do you think it was going to do? Go to 100? Not in Canada. That stuff doesn't happen."
Right. And we have a different way of doing things here in Canada with the stocks and stuff. I mean, in the States, just in one state alone. I mean, there's 500 marijuana companies.
Oh, I know.
Over here, you got 38 licenses given by Health Canada. That's it. 38 licenses. Some of these places have 2 or 3 of these licenses. Just one company may have 2 or 3 of these licenses. So it's not like it's even 38 companies. But they're taking forever here to hand out these licenses here. It's not like in the States where, and what you want to do later on, and you kind of mentioned it on the show, is it's just because of the Canadian way, I guess, that they're gonna, all these companies, like you say, the big 5, are gonna start buying up all the smaller ones.
Yep. And why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? They're
already established, and I don't know. Why not grow your own business? Look at Aurora Sky. They got some pretty big eyes here for the future.
But you have to understand, like let's say I'm a master grower, okay? And let's just say I need lighting. Well, I go and acquire a lighting company. Let's just say I need nutrients. I go and acquire a nutrients company. Let's just say I need equipment. I acquire an equipment company. So there's a reason why they're going to acquire these companies is so they don't have to go outsource and they can keep everything in-house, keep everything in one place and grow their business through acquisition as opposed to growing organically. And I believe a lot of these companies, they don't even have good growers. So they're trying to find a lot of those smaller companies that have good growers to join their team to make sure that they grow effectively. I mean, we saw that with Organogram, where they had pesticides being sprayed on their crops. I mean, that's some very bush league grow up operation. So if you're going to be operating at this level and you're going to have a multi-million-dollar license to grow hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars worth of marijuana daily, you might as well do it right and spend the money and find good growers and pay them properly to take care of your crops so that you've got a good product. Because once you have a good product, it's all about supply and demand. You got the supply, there's always a demand. As long as you can meet the demand with the good supply, you're going to have a lot of sales. And I mean, this is an industry where it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. It's a money-making machine. These are printing presses. These companies are printing presses. They're money-making machines. They don't know it yet, but they have a printing press. They're thinking about selling a ton of marijuana. Canopy Growth Corp is one of the smarter ones because they acquired Matrim Health with shares. That's what a lot of these companies need to start doing more of, is acquiring their growth as opposed to focusing so much on growing organically and just having massive sales, which is good. But if you acquire your growth, your sales will be able to double and triple and multiply. And that is what is going to help these companies really get to that point where GWPH is, where they're $118 today. You're going to have to acquire your growth. You're not going to be able to do it just simply with just sales. That's not going to be good enough.
Right. Well, this Afria there, they've got that 1 million square feet they want to build, right?
Yep.
So, that's pretty ambitious too. But you know what? Keep an eye out. I told you about this already. This AdCan. Get on that AdCan site when you get a chance, Rich, and download their I don't know if you've done it already, but download their presentation for their IPO.
Okay, I will. Absolutely.
Because they kind of state there that they grow more marijuana in a smaller square foot area. If you were to take the same amount of area that these other guys are growing in, say you just took 100 square feet, well, AppCan can almost double the amount of marijuana grown than these other licensed producers. They can double the amount of marijuana grown with the same space. That's
great.
Now, they've keep an eye out for that IPO.
I will.
Get on that.
Absolutely.
On that AppCan site, download that presenter, the information for the investors presentation, and I'll tell you, I guarantee, I'm gonna sell Supreme just to buy AppCan when it IPOs.
All right, well, I'll definitely take a look at it. And Attila, thank you so much. We've been on live for over 2 hours, so we're definitely going to be signing off now. I really appreciate you calling in. Thank you for your input. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for your knowledge. And keep winning, my friend. You just keep winning.
Okay, you as well, Rich. Nice talking to you.
Have yourself a great day, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, we've been on for hours today. It's true. Horizons Medical Marijuana Life Sciences ETF happened today. Another call from Angel. Angel. What's up, man? Oh, we lost you, Angel. You got to call me back, brother. I'll call you, Angel. Don't worry. I got you. Yeah, in the room, someone saying, rather be around someone high on weed than a drunk. Oh, it's too good, man. That's too good. I love you guys, man. You guys are funny. You guys are funny.
Yeah, making money today.
Oh, you know we're making the money today, my friend. You know we're making the money.
Popcorn today, boy. Woo!
Oh, you want to get your popcorn ready? Did somebody say something about popcorn?
I got popcorn all over the sports car, brother.
Did you want some popcorn? Would you like some popcorn? Would somebody like some popcorn?
Just a love for HMMJ, boy. Woo!
Oh my
Everything
goodness.
is on fire today. Angel's making money, buddy.
Oh man. I know you are, Angel. You always are, buddy. And then you were all over. You were all over.
Throw this out there, bro.
So you bought.
This ETF is fire.
Oh, I know, man. It's exciting. 13.
We got some of that CHIT. Oh, buddy. I tell you right now. Well, I'm a little stuck. I'm glad that Brother Dennis got out of that BITCF. I'm sort of stuck at 0.32. So it's all good. But it's going to go back up. Little alert. PULM's coming back down. Can't wait till she hits $2.30. I love me some dead cat bounce, baby.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Take a look at the movement on Organogram. I called it first when it was really low. I told everybody to load up on it.
Organogram too, baby. You talked me into it. I was like, I was on the fence. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice and give me some Organogram too.
It's up like about 80% since I gave my alert.
Yeah, well, I tell you what's going to happen. Everything's getting ready for that big 420 explosion.
Yep,
The
sure
week of
is.
April 15th to the 420. You're going to be down there partying with everybody. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a good day for everybody in the Rich TV Live neighborhood.
Hell yeah, man. I can't wait. And you know what? What we're going to do is I'm going to go to downtown Vancouver and show you guys the world how Vancouver people party on 420. It is incredible. It is the craziest marijuana festival in the world. Okay? Beautiful people from all walks of life, on the ocean, on the beach, tons of tents, tons of food trucks because everybody's got munchies, and tons of people just having a great time, playing music, and getting high. And man, we're going to come alive. Trust me.
Totally.
It's going to be so much fun. It's in 2 weeks, and we will be there, people. Don't you worry. We will be there live. Coming to you from Rich TV Live. And that's what we do, people. We bring you the information before anybody else in the universe. Did we not talk? Did Epi not break the HMMJ yesterday in the room last night? Before anything even happened? Before anybody else in the world knew? Did we not know about this?
At midnight, it got broke at midnight, and it happened inside our house first.
In our house first. You guys hear that? In our house first. That's right. We got our own house. We got our own app.
Gotta give a shout out to Epi. That came in at 12:30. We were all over it all night long, so we could bring you a great show today. I tell you right now, we're out there helping people make money. So, for that, Rich, because no one ever does it, but I gotta do it for you, brother. Okay, Rich gets the air horn.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What do you?
For the rich.
What do you?
No one ever gets Rich air horn.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Some more popcorn, because we're making money over here.
You want popcorn? We'll give you some popcorn. Let me ask you a question. What do you?
What else I want? I Republic to the villa so we can have ourselves a party.
Oh, hell yeah. You know my boy's in the DR right now, and he's going to be coming live tonight.
Look at that jerk chicken he was eating. And look at them spicy rice and beans, boy. I tell you what, the islands have got the best food ever.
300 pesos for that meal.
Jamaica, all of them.
300 pesos for that meal. 300 pesos.
What?
That meal cost him that
3,000 pesos.
yeah, 300 pesos. 300 pesos.
Muchos gracias.
Yes. So, you know, at the end of the day, we want to keep bringing you guys entertaining content. I want to ask you, we did a new show yesterday called A Breakout Alert. And we found INNL first before anybody else in the world. And today, INNL was up 20%. What do you think about our breakout alert?
I think it was fantastic because I jumped all over it and I made me money today.
Oh.
I like INNL. That was a nice breakout alert. We need to do more breakout alerts because I jumped all over it. I made me up like 32%.
Nice.
And pulled the trigger, got out. I
Nice.
love it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Is there anybody in the world that has any breakouts that I should be talking about? Because if there are, bring them to Rich TV Live and we'll do a breakout alert. We'll do it 24/7, guys. I don't care if it's 2 a.m., if it's 2 p.m., if it's in the afternoon, if it's in the evening. If there's a stock that I got to bring to everyone's attention first, bring it to Rich TV Live, put it in our app, message us on YouTube, put it in the comments section. If you like the video, make sure you click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe so you can get access to these alerts first, guys, because we're sharing these alerts first before anybody else on the planet. And that's called really winning. Let me ask you a question, Angel. Have you been winning more since you started working with Rich TV Live and learning the Rich TV Live system? Have you been losing more? Have you been winning more? Tell me how things have been going with your trading strategy.
I haven't lost yet. And I was losing my rear end before getting a part of the show and be a part of Rich TV Live. And so far I'm up out of 51 trades. I'm up 51. I have yet to lose, bro.
Wow.
Honest truth.
That's incredible.
I've got the sheets to prove it. I've got 51 trades since February 2nd to now, and I'm positive in all my trades. And my portfolio is positive.
What?
I haven't lost one trade yet.
What?
I mean, I'm stuck in quicksand with BITCF for a moment, but otherwise, I haven't lost, bro.
Let me ask you a question. What advice would you give to anybody that's learning how to trade? What has been the biggest difference? What is the biggest change that you've made that has helped you in your trading plan, in your trading strategy?
What they need to do is go through the archive from the very first video and watch them all. And start to familiar yourself, put the alerts, put the stocks in your watch list, start watching them, and then you're going to start noticing, you're going to start catching their patterns. You're going to start, you're checking them out. You know, you're not going to date them yet, but they look good, and you know the curves, you know what they look good in, what they don't look good in, and then when you pull the trigger and you ask them out, and then they pay you, then you got it. That was a good date. So it's just a matter of fine tuning. If you're a complete newbie, then we're very patient. We help you get through that. We teach you how to get the platforms going inside our room, inside our app. You got to download the app, people. If you don't have the app, you're missing out on a lot of good information. We have a great community. In fact, I think we have the best community in the world. I think we're the fastest growing show on YouTube. And if it wasn't for you, Rich, and for Rich TV Live, I wouldn't be doing as well as I am, brother. It's really life-changing stuff here.
That's amazing. Well, you know what? You've been an incredible help. You've been a leader for our community. You are just on top of everything, and I love working with you. You're also helping us with our virtual reality exposure and our growth in the virtual reality industry. So, guys, we love Angel. Let's give it up for Angel. Angel, thank you for calling and sharing once again, man. We love having you on the show, and you keep winning, brother. You keep winning. And remember, what happens?
And don't forget, Rich only brings you the winners.
And Angel, what happens when you win? Winner, winner.
Chicken dinner.
That's right. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, people. All this winning gets us that chicken dinner, that succulent chicken breast. Don't you guys want that? All right, Angel. Thank you, my friend. You enjoy that popcorn, buddy. You know I'm going to enjoy my popcorn.
I gotta go back, but I tell you what, I love it when the car wash is making money because I make you money because the popcorn's all over the sports car.
All right, my friend. You have yourself a great day.
You, brother.
Enjoy, my friend. Thank you for calling. All right, guys. We have been live for 2 hours and 25 minutes. Are you kidding me? It's true. Now, I'm going to leave you with the big news of the day. Horizons Medical Marijuana Life Sciences ETF. The first medical marijuana ETF of its kind in the world. Brought to you first by Rich TV Live. Brought to me first by Epi. Without you guys, none of this is possible. I love you all. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. Now I'm going to get me some popcorn. Are you going to get yourself some popcorn? Is your popcorn ready? Should I? I wouldn't do that, would I? That'd be crazy. This shit would be all over the place. There's popcorn everywhere! Freaking popcorn!